Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make paper Easter baskets.
Let's get ready to discover the artist in you. Oh yeah. Let's get creative with Kalexandercreations. Kalexandercreations. Create all day. We can.
You will need scissors, a stapler, and 2 colors of construction paper. First, you're going to take one of your pieces of construction paper and fold it in half. Then you're going to take one of those halves and fold it in half again. And then take the other side and fold it in half again. This way, you'll be left with 4 equal pieces that are folded neatly and of the same size. You're going to repeat this step for all the pieces of construction paper. Now, you're going to take one of the construction papers that have been folded. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along the creases. That way, you're going to be able to cut your paper into 4 equal sized pieces. You're going to repeat this step for all the pieces of construction paper that you folded. Now, you're going to take one of the pieces of construction paper that you just cut and you're going to fold it in half again. That way, it'll be split into 2 equal pieces. Then you're going to take that piece of construction paper that you just folded and put it on top of one of the piles of 3 and cut along the crease. That way you're going to be able to cut those 4 pieces of construction paper into another half, creating 8 equal sized pieces. Now you're going to take one of those pieces that you just cut and put it on top of the other pile and cut that pile into 8 equal sized pieces as well. Then you're going to repeat this step but for the pink pieces of paper or for the other pieces of paper that you have. Now you're going to take those pieces of paper that you just cut, one color, and lay them on the table in front of you so that they're all parallel to each other. Be sure to save at least 2 pieces of each color for the end of your basket. Now you're going to take another color of construction paper and you're going to weave it through those pieces of construction paper that are already on the table. You're going to put one piece of the construction paper over top, then underneath, over top, underneath, over top, underneath. This may prove to be a tad bit difficult, so if you want, you can take those original construction paper, in my case the pink, and you can tape the top of it to the table. In my case, to make it easier for myself, I'm just going to use my hand to hold down the top of the pink construction paper as I weave the blue construction paper through. So originally, I weaved over, under, over, under, over, under. This time, I'm going to weave under, over, under, over, under, over to create a checker-like pattern. You're going to continue this process until you have the same number of construction paper. So in my case, it would be 7 pieces of pink and 7 pieces of blue construction paper. This next step may prove to be quite difficult. You'll see that I was struggling as well. If this is the case for you, you may need to ask somebody for help for an extra pair of hands. So for this next step, you want to take all the pieces of construction paper on one side, in this case for me, all the pink construction paper, and staple it together. As you can see, I was having some difficulty with this. As I was trying to staple all the pink pieces together, a few pieces began to unweave. If this is the case for you, ask someone to hold down the blue construction paper while you try to pull all the pink pieces together to prevent the construction paper from unweaving. Once you staple all the pink pieces together, you're going to go to the other side with the pink construction paper and staple those pieces together as well. Once you have all the pink pieces of construction paper gathered and stapled together, you're going to go to the blue pieces of construction paper and gather and staple those together as well on both sides. As you can see, when I stapled all the pieces of my basket together, there were a few pieces sticking out that were kind of bumpy that I did not like. So I just bent those pieces down, evened it out, and then stapled it. Now, you should have 4 leftover pieces, 2 of each color. You're going to take one color and use it for the surrounding circumference of your basket. So for me, I took the blue, and I'm going to staple the blue along the outside of the basket to create a nice circumference. Next, I'm going to take the other leftover piece, which was pink, and I'm going to use that to create the handle of the basket. I'm going to staple it from one side to another. This next step is optional. I just chose to do it. So I took a piece of green printer paper. I don't want to use construction paper for this because construction paper is too hard. I wanted to use a softer paper that's easier to bend and cut. I took green printer paper and I cut it into a lot of thin pieces. In this case, I don't care if they're equal size or not because it's not going to matter in the end, because I'll be using it to create grass. I took groups of the paper and bent it to create a zigzag effect. Once I felt like I had enough of the paper bent and cut, I put it into the basket to create a grass-like effect, filling up my basket. And there you have it, your very own Easter egg baskets. This is a fun family activity for people of all ages. Now go out and collect those Easter eggs and chocolates. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, never stop being creative.